from Memphis, Tennessee. After experiencing an unplanned pregnancy and the birth of my first child in 2003, I can easily say that 2004 began the darkest and most destructive season of my life. There should have been joy in new motherhood, but instead there was fear, self-loathing, and shame because I was pregnant again. I told myself abortion was the best choice for this pregnancy. In the years that followed, I aborted not one, but 3 of my children. I told myself I was too young, too financially unstable, all of the things that Satan wants you to believe to lead you to destroy God's most precious creation, life in the womb. I will never forget the experience of my surgical abortions. At one point after my first abortion, still in the clinic, I began to bleed out in the bathroom. The nurse told me that if it didn't stop, I should call a doctor. And I looked at her with tears in my eyes and I said, I thought that's what you were. When I asked what would happen to the baby you removed, the clinic staff told me, you just shouldn't think about that. The promise of relief that abortion brings swiftly gave way to guilt, shame, anger, depression, suicidal thoughts, alcohol, and drug abuse. Abortion fractured every relationship that I had. I simply wasn't the same person anymore. I lived in darkness and isolation for years. I felt like the old me was dead, just like my children. One Sunday, I ended up back in church, the church I grew up in. And after trying for so long to fix myself, God met me right there, and I surrendered my life completely. That surrender ultimately led me to my local pregnancy center in Memphis, Tennessee, Life Choices of Memphis. I was invited to join a Bible study called Forgiven and Set Free. I can easily say that study and that center changed my life. I learned that forgiveness isn't just a feeling, it's something that happens to you. A real encounter with Jesus Christ that leaves you marked and changed. It compels you to run to him and tell others about him. So I invite you to know about this Jesus today. Fully God, fully man, born into this world, sinless, to live the perfect life we couldn't. He endured death on the cross, that death that was meant for you and me. A death that would have kept us separated from a holy God and out of heaven because of sin. He rose 3 days later, defeating death, defeating the sin of abortion, and is now seated at the right hand of the Father and will come again for those who are in Christ. So in redemption and joy, I can truly say that I am silent no more.